Hey YouTube, Dawson Rider here with a review of the Marvel Legends Infinite Amazing Spider-Man figure. I know if you're a regular subscriber of mine, you know this is a bit of an odd review for me. Don't worry if you're a regular subscriber, I'm not completely changing what I review. I'm just kind of trying a couple new things and, you know, reviewing a couple of the odds and ends of other things I collect. Basically just for fun. So, I bought this and I kind of a neat figure, so I decided I would review it. So anyway, that's just a brief explanation that nobody cares about. But let's go ahead and jump right in. We'll take just a quick look at the box. It's a pretty nice box. It's a fairly stable, interestingly shaped box. That's obviously where the figure was. This is Amazing Spider-Man 2 there at the top. It's got part of the build a figure because you can build a Green Goblin. You got the logo down there. It says the Amazing Spider-Man. You got a shot of him on the side, on the other side as well. And then on the back, he falls over. But on the back, it just shows, you know, a picture of the figure, a little description of him, and then it shows you what else you get in the line, all the other pieces, and you can collect all of them to make a Green Goblin figure, which is pretty much a staple for these type of lines, which is a neat feature. I'm not entirely sure how many of them I'm going to get. I feel like I might end up getting enough of them that I'll be tempted to finish it to get the Green Goblin figure, but we'll see. So for us, what he comes with, obviously, like you saw, he does come with a Green Goblin part. He has the right arm here. It's pretty cool looking, I have to say. It's just really menacing looking, and it does kind of make me want to look. It makes me want to get the other figures to complete it, but it's pretty cool. It's got some really nice articulation in there. You kind of got a double elbow joint here, some swiveling all around. Here, this part here moves, obviously. It's going to be attached to something. You got a little hinge on his arm as well. So pretty well articulated. It's pretty neat. And you also get this this flame piece here that you just kind of attach to him. And then, you know, each one of those is going to come with a various piece. So that's pretty cool. So obviously I can't build it out of just this, but taking a look at the figure itself, I really dig this figure. This is obviously his new suit from the new movie, which I do like. It's very similar for me to I lost my train of thought, to the Spider-Man 2 costume and also the Ultimate Spider-Man costume, and I really do dig it. I actually might be one of the few that actually liked the Amazing Spider-Man 1 costume, just because I thought it was something different, which was neat. But I like this one as well, and the figure does a really good job at it. I think he's well proportioned. It doesn't have any really lanky, odd proportion. The head sculpt looks really good on it. Pretty nicely proportioned, no real paint mistakes. I did see a couple when I was picking this out that had some random blotches around it, but other than that, on mine it's fine. All the paint and details on him look pretty good. Sorry, the camera's going a little weird, I'm not sure why. But yeah, all of it looks pretty good. All the colors look right. There's nothing really particularly wrong with him. Obviously, Spider-Man isn't a character that has an enormous amount of various armor or any kind of details that I would usually be going over like on a Rider figure. But he looks pretty good. I think they did a really good job on capturing the suit. As you can see, he's pretty well articulated as well. There's the back. What makes this suit unique, I think, is the spider legs that drop down, and that's kind of Amazing Spider-Man's deal. But yeah, very nice looking figure. And like I said, articulation wise, he's pretty well set up. He's got this shoulder system here that I usually am not a fan of. He's kind of got like this cuff here that goes into this joint, but it actually doesn't bother me as much. I think I would still prefer to not have it, just because I'm not particularly a fan of this on figures. It actually kind of works here, and it doesn't look so bad. It gives him a pretty solid range of movement here. His arm here is kind of on a hinge joint, and they're actually fairly tough joints. It almost feels like you have to add a little bit of force to move them, and they kind of almost click, but it's really nice secure feeling, so you don't feel like it's going to become loose there. So yeah, you have a nice range of movement there between all of this, and this sort of allows you some great freedom, this little joint here. You do get some swiveling here at his arm, also a double elbow joint, which gives you some nice articulation, and his hand is on a little bit of a spin because it's kind of a peg for switching out the hands, which I'll show in a second. And then his waist here, he's got a swivel here at the waist, and then at his chest he actually bends, and you can actually hear the clicking, which is kind of unique as compared to like I'm used to figure arts when they got the swiveling going on. His leg's on a nice ball joint here. Once again, it feels very tight, so it's a pretty nice fit, and it gives a good range of articulation. It doesn't feel overly loose. His leg swivels here. You've got a double knee joint here, so you got some nice range of movement. Yet again, the joint feels very nice. And then his foot here is also on a really nice joint, so you can get some good solid range of movement, like back and forth and side to side for when you're posing him. So really, really well articulated. His head can also move. You can go 360, a bit up and down. I kind of wish that he had had a little bit of neck articulation or something, just to maybe get him in some other various poses. It's pretty solid in terms of the head, but I was trying to get him in a few more crazy poses. Like I thought about doing one where he was like crawling maybe, like as if this is a wall, and you can't really get his head up that much. So I don't know, that could have been interesting, but still, he's pretty well articulated, especially compared to, you know, like some of the Bandai of America toys I usually review. And like I said, all of the joints on him are also very nice and tight, so like you don't have to worry about any looseness. Around here, it does feel a smidge loose, but it's nothing really to complain about, I would say. Because all around, I kind of like that all the joints feel tight. It doesn't make it feel like, you know, it's going to go loose on you at some point, and it makes things feel very secure. It can be a bit of a hassle sometimes when you're trying to pose him, just because it feels like you have to apply more force than you should have to. But I'd rather have some tight joints on a figure than have it be all loose. And in addition, I forgot to mention, sorry, at the beginning when I was going over the Green Goblin parts, he does come with some swappable hands. He's only got 2 sets. He's got closed fists on him when you get him out of the box. I've removed one of them, obviously. And then he's got his obvious web shooter hands, so you can switch those out. It would have been maybe neat to get one more set of just sort of semi-relaxed hands, maybe for like holding onto a wall or something. But other than that, it's pretty much what you need for a Spider-Man figure. But yeah, I think that about covers it for this. I really like this figure. I'm a huge Spider-Man fan, and I'm really looking forward to the movie, which is funny because I was really against Amazing Spider-Man before it came out, and then I ended up really liking it. So I'm really stoked for the movie. And if you're looking for a really nice, decent-sized Spider-Man figure, I can recommend this. I really think it's a good figure. It's very well articulated, the details look nice, it pretty much captures the suit very well, and it's pretty good. It retails for about 20 bucks, which can seem a bit pricey depending on what kind of toys you're used to buying. But it's actually not that bad of a price considering you get this pretty solid figure and you get this arm piece to build another figure. So I'd say it's worth it. I really dig it. I know recently, because I don't pay that much attention to a lot of the lines, but in terms of like retail, most of the Spider-Man and other lines have downscaled to like 4-inch figures. I think Walmart had a couple of more 5.5-inch-ish Amazing Spider-Man figures, but I think I ended up getting a larger one at Barnes & Noble. But anyhow, the bottom line about that is it's nice to see a figure of this scale more immediately available in stores as compared to last year. But so yeah, if you're a Spider-Man fan, I can definitely recommend it. I really dig this figure. Anyway, so that's about it. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and check out the Crazy Toku podcast at writersrangersrambles.com. Till next time, it's Dawson Rider, signing out.